First off, let's talk about what an idiom is. They appear in every language and English has thousands of them. They're confusing because the words taken together as a group often has little to nothing to do with each individual word if you were just to take it one by one. In order to understand a language, you have to know what the idioms in that language mean. If you try to figure out the meaning of an idiom literally word for word, you're just going to end up confusing yourself. You have to know its hidden meaning. In today's video, let's talk about 5 idioms that have to do with dogs, their meaning, origin, and an example of how you can use each in a sentence. Are you guys ready to find out about idioms today? If so, then let's get into it. First, let's talk about a dog-eat-dog world. It means a way of life marked by fierce competition where people compete ruthlessly for survival. This saying probably goes back as far as the 1500s. Sometimes savage dogs who are desperately hungry would fight bitterly over the same piece of food. A writer who observed this created the expression dog-eat-dog world to talk about the people who had a willingness to fight and hurt each other in a merciless competition to get what they wanted. Today, this phrase is mostly used to describe the business world or politics. For example, when I got my first job, I realized what a dog-eat-dog world it was. Do you have any examples of a situation like this? If so, how about let me know down in the comments below, and that's going to take us to the next idiom. The second idiom that we're going to talk about today is a dog's life. It means a bleak, harsh, terrible existence without much happiness or freedom. This phrase can be traced back to a Dutch scholar who used the phrase in his writings around 1542. Today we make an effort to treat dogs and animals in general humanely, so most dogs lead good lives. Even still, most dogs don't live as well as people, and in some countries, dogs aren't kept as pets either. So this expression has come to mean leading a poor or unhappy life. For example, with that miserable job and those screaming children, she leads a dog's life. If you're watching this, I hope that you're not leading a dog's life, and that's going to take us into the next idiom. Next, let's talk about the idiom raining cats and dogs. The phrase raining cats and dogs means to rain very heavily. There are many theories about the origin of this popular phrase, which goes back at least to the 1700s in England. One theory comes from Norse mythology, in which dogs were associated with wind and stormy weather, and cats were associated with rain. Also in England in the 17th and 18th century, many cats and dogs were drowned by heavy floods caused by rainstorms. Their bodies were found in the streets afterwards, as if they had fallen from the sky with the rain. It's raining cats and dogs and our picnic is ruined is an example of how you can use this phrase in a sentence. The next time you're caught in a rainy day, think about this phrase, and there's bonus points if you can actually put it into a conversation. The next idiom is let sleeping dogs lie. It means to not make trouble if you don't have to, or to not make somebody angry by stirring up trouble. This is a well-known proverb used by many people since the 1200s. An English writer, Geoffrey Chaucer, used it in one of his books in 1374, saying that it's better to not wake up a sleeping dog. Since you don't know what will happen if you wake it up, it would be better to just let the dog dream on. In the same way, if everything is calm right now, it's better not to stir up anything that's going to cause trouble or danger. For example, don't remind the teacher that you skipped 2 classes. It's better to let sleeping dogs lie. Have you ever had a situation where you could use this phrase? If so, how about let me know down below. The 5th idiom that we're going to talk about today are the dog days of summer. This phrase means the hottest and most humid days of summer, usually taking up July and the August months. In ancient Roman times, people who studied astronomy knew that Sirius, the dog star, rose and set during the hottest weeks of the year, which was July through mid-August. People thought that the heat from the dog star combined with the heat from the sun to make those weeks extra hot. That's why people today call this uncomfortable time the dog days. People tend to get bored and tired at the same time because it's so hot outside. Try using the phrase in a sentence like this. Sales of air conditioners are usually the highest during the dog days of summer. Hey guys, have you heard any of these phrases before, or would you be comfortable using them out on your own? If you got any good benefit out of this video, how about sharing with someone else that you think it would help? And if you're interested in learning more English with me, check out this video right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. See you.